Fucking ads, Jesus, bleeding Christ. Get off. Thank you very much. Everyone say thank you to this little cunt, this former drug addict shit who I found lying face down in a puddle of his own urine in the old Temple Bar. Demon Hunter Baru, welcome to Paintingu. How the bloody hell are you, brother? Are you well? Look at it in all its glory. Episode 72. 1, 2, 2, 1. What episode is this? What am I doing? Episode 71, part 2. Excellent, too. We are in Lebanon. There is an eagle with a bucket. Things are happening. Jasonu, Grifu, brother Grifu, welcome to Paintingu. How the bloody hell are you? And so, it is that time again. It is that time of the day for painting. Clarifying ding of the dong. Allow that to ring through the nervous system and all the way down to the bottom of your spine as we get ready for the real intro. The bear I use to get the people in. Everybody loves piano. I may as well give him some fucking work, considering otherwise I just have to do what Owen did and fucking feed him cocaine every fucking weekend. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why the big bear got rid of him. You know, I just started to notice that Sidekick Bear wasn't around anymore. And I think we can all surmise that the reason was that fucker just couldn't stop doing coke. Do you imagine having a bear in your vicinity that needs to be fed coke on the regular? That's a lot of coke. I mean, it's a bear, and it's a brown bear. It's a grizzly. It's not a black bear. Black bear, you could probably handle. Black bear probably put around the same amount of Colombian white away as, like, I don't know, like a 280-pound nigger, give or take a few kilos. Let me know in the chat. What's your opinion? Thank you, little piano cunt. I think we found Sidekick Bear, aka Little Bear, aka Little Bitch Bear. I think we found a new nickname. Piano cunt bear. Or little cunt bear. I'm gonna have a list of like shitty little titles for him, like, you know what I mean? I would just constant reminders of his uselessness. He doesn't even play it. He can't even play this. He can't even play this. It's all for show. It's all for show. Fucking little bitch can't even play the piano, like, do you know what I mean? I bet you there's a bear out there that can play the piano. Obviously, like a real bear. Obviously, the first thing that comes to your mind is like, oh, duh, Big Bear plays the piano. I know, fucking retard. I know. Here on PEINTEINGU, I require that you mortals have a sense of humor. Quite often these days, that sense has eluded a lot of mortals. Mortars. I thought, like, I'm really starting to fall in love with the whole thing of switching all of my L's for R's. Like, even when I'm texting, you know, like, witness the glory of PEINTEINGU. And legit, I actually do want to do PEINTEINGU in the mornings just so I have a legitimate reason to say, witness the morning glory of PEINTEINGU. I was thinking there before I started up this stream that I might actually, like, I might do, like, depending on how this goes, like, part of me wants to do, like, a stream in the morning and then a stream in the evening. Because I, like, seriously just think that's hilarious. Like, witness the morning glory of painting. The divine erection of painting. That's what I was saying on the last stream. Like, you know, because, like, the word erection, the first thing most people think of is, like, boners. But it's like, you can erect a building. You can erect a tent. Like, the word erection describes something being erected, you know, put upright, standing of its own force, or like having been aided by some sort of engineering structure. But the second anyone thinks of, like, jeez, that obelisk is quite erect. Oh Jesus, boners. Like, I do bereave. I have a strong belief. Like, there you go. But if you swap the L in belief for an R, it becomes bereave, which sounds close to bereave or bereavement. You know, like, there was one I said yesterday that when you switch it with an R, it sounds like a totally different word and all. Like, it's just so fucking funny to me. Like, R is where this morning. R is where this morning. We're come to our. Oh man, it's like, it said upcoming. Yeah, like, fucking. So I'll set it up an hour before I actually go live. I kind of like being able to do that. You schedule it, and then, like, people get a notification and shit like that. Like, you can prepare you for the. What's a P word for something coming? I don't know. Like, fucking. Prepare you for the coming of the prophecy that is painting. Like, I'm just obsessed with P words now as well. Proliferation of painting. Periphery. A polar bear does more than Charlie Sheen. I don't know, nigga. I think Charlie Sheen would give a polar bear a run for his money. Like, I think Charlie Sheen would be like, "You think you can do white, nigga?" Irishman wants 2 streams a day. Like, and how funny is it that, like, my justification for doing a whole other stream in the morning is simply that I want to be able to say morning glory. Like, I just want to be able to, like, because I fell in love with saying that for like 4 days, and it was just me and Demon Hunter Bear here every morning. I had a blast, like, just being like, witness the morning glory that is PEINTEINGU. It's just me and Demon Hunter, like, chilling out, like, talking shop. Oh fuck. It's hilarious. These streams have, like, not forced me, but, like, these streams have, like, actively encouraged me Well, they've kind of forced me. They've put me in a position where I actively think about drinking more water instead of coffee, just coffee all the time. That's why I'm so fucking dehydrated. Like all I did, like I literally treat myself like how they like smoke salmon. I just smoke all the time in a dry environment. I smoke indoors and drink shit with tannins in it constantly. Like milk dehydrates you, coffee dehydrates. And I'm just drinking the shit like it's gone, like it's water. Um, I I'm just going along with the team. You just had to say it like an Irish pirate and have earned my chuck. That's what I think is a bit hilarious about some of the comments. Is like I'll read it and be like, "R is word this morning." It's like, okay, R. Have you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of Captain Dan? And I can't remember, like Captain Dan and the Scurvies or some shit. They're like a pirate metal band. Man, I fucking love shit like that. Like, it's so funny. Like, just matey, and like fucking heavy metal in the background and all. Like, how's my hair? How's my hair this morning? I tried to make my hair extra painting goo today. You know, is it visible to the mortal eye how passionate my hair is today? Brother Pedlaroo, welcome to Paintingu. How the bloody hell are you? How are you this fine afternoon? Are you her? Are you her? How her are you? We still haven't even done the proper intro, you know. So prepare for the. I'm trying to come up with P words constantly. I'm trying to like. Propensity? No, that's like, you know, fucking like a habit or a tendency towards like the proliferation, the impending, like the closest I can get to is impending painting goo, but I don't know. I want something. The pronunciation of painting goo, the proliferation is not bad. I don't know. Am I just like pigeonholing myself into painting goo proliferation? Here on Painting Goo, we alliterate like a motherfucker. Never heard of them, but I love Ailstorm, which is also a pirate. Ailstorm, what a fucking name. What a fucking name for a pirate metal band. I fucking love that shit. Drinking morning coffee. There's a sink. I was just talking about how I need to drink less coffee. Fucking dehydrating myself like a fucking. What was the term I used? What was the metaphor, simile, or whatever I described myself as was it's probably how they smoke a salmon. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just covering myself in dehydration fluid and fucking sticking myself in a fucking indoor area and smoking myself into dehydration even further. Hence the amount of agua I consume on streams. Oh fuck me, that's good. It's a totally different experience drinking water out of a glass container or a clay container or a porcelain container or ceramic container. Like, water does really take on the properties of this. You can taste it. Like, everybody will agree that a cold can of Coke tastes better than a cold bottle of Coke. However, that's only because the bottles of Coke now are plastic. If you can get one of the proper, legit glass bottles of Coke, like out of a bar or some shit like that, and it's the right temperature, that's the best like Coke experience you can have. Like, obviously, if we're talking about the other kind of Coke, the best Coke experience you can have is probably somewhere in Colombia, or that's what I've heard anyway. I've also heard copper's a good one. A lot of people drinking out of copper containers these days. It's Salty G, aka Salty G. Why are you salty? Is that because you sound salty? Well, you sound gritty. You don't sound salty, you know. But I'm a gamer, so like, you know, the term salt or salty is like, you know, disgruntled or negative or some shit like that. Like one of the funniest things I ever heard was the term salt mining. It's like, you know, like going into a message forum or like a message board or a chat room or even playing a multiplayer online game, and like where it has like open chat where everybody with a mic is just able to hear you and speak, and people who just go in and start shit and try and wind people up. And like the term was called salt mining. I remember hearing that. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just mining for people's negative energy. Like that's what the fucking, well, are we? I think we're past that now as a community. Like, it's like, well, that's what the Jews do. Well, it is and it isn't. Like, do you know what I mean? Culturally, yes, they're very chutzpah-ish, but like, I've always like, do you know, even before I started watching Owen, I was always into the hidden hand analogy. You know, that like it wasn't any one culture or any one race or any one regime or clan or whatever. It was like it was actually more likely a family, you know, or like a coalition of families throughout the ages and throughout the ages. I find all that stuff fascinating. Like, it's actually one of the reasons the Assassin's Creed series is so fucking successful, despite the last 4 games being utter trash in lots of ways. Is like they put so much historical gravy in there that, like, you know, may or may not be true and shit. In most of them, anyway. Like I said, the last 4 of them were trash, but like it keeps you so engaged, thinking about, like, you know, like one of the games, like you fucking regularly hang out with Ben Franklin and all, like, you know, during the fucking the red coats and the Indians era and shit. Like, it was so fucking cool, man. I just like it's a shame that like teaching history in schools was like so terrible compared to like how fascinating and interesting history actually is. Like lately I've been thinking about trying to get my hands on like well, you could probably just look at them online, but then you don't really know, do you? But I would love to start collecting first hand, like primary resources of history, you know, like dudes' letters home to their missus and shit, like, you know, or notes passed, you know, through between generals on a battlefield and shit like that. Like, obviously, it would be like a task in its own trying to attempt to learn how to fucking read ye old English and shit to an accurate degree. But I think that would be like, you know, a fun and interesting challenge in its own right, like, you know, because like one of the basic things is like all the things that look like an F are actually S's. Like, it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, it's just weird. Like, but anyway, I use glass. Yeah, glass is the way to go. There's just something about having like when I put water in this, like the thing I get my water in, like I get bottled water because the water around here is a bit funky, you know, and like even though we're in a town and not a city, it's still pretty fucked out here. Oh, the fender burp. That's actually why I think like I burp so much, is because when I start streaming, I start drinking water, and when I'm not streaming, all I drink is coffee. So the acidity starts to get like evened out in my stomach while I'm fucking talking, and my diaphragm is just doing this constantly while I'm putting like pH level neutral in my system. Oh, seriously, the fucking alchemy of life is fucking hilarious. Oh god. Right. 20. Oh, it was 33 seconds past 18 minutes when I looked at the timer there. Right. It's time for the real. What's this email? Anyway, well, it's time for the real intro. The energetic intro. The shit that gets you going for PEINTEINGU. The shit that gets me going for PEINTEINGU, because sometimes I'm a bit fucking sleepy. Yes, the gamer words. Hard N being another famous gamer word. Oh, stop. You'd go into a fucking Modern Warfare 2 fucking lobby and there'd be a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds just being like, fuck you, nigger. Like, oh man, that shit used to crack me up something first. Like, you'd round the corner and some dude would just fucking body you with a shotgun. And then the next thing you hear is just this diminutive little voice like, ha, fuck you, nigger. Like fucking Nelson out of The Simpsons just smoked your ass like from the other side of the planet. Like, oh, so fucking funny. Like, that's the shit I miss. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like the interaction between Owen and Alex Jones there on InfoWars. Was it yesterday? It's like they taking the piss out of each other's fun. Like, do you know what I mean? And seeing how far you can take someone is like a really fun and engaging and like honest and true way to discern how much of a sense of humor someone has, and like, you know, how much integrity they have and shit like that. Like you know, if you can just like shit all over someone but in a funny way and they'll take it and they'll give it back, that person's probably like really cool. Like, do you know what I mean? But if you even like Like these days, if you just like say a word and there's just strangers in your vicinity and they feel like they have the right to like judge you and shit. It's hilarious. Like, imagine feeling that entitled. You're just standing in a queue on your phone, and somebody just like goes, "Oh, these fucking niggers," and like everyone turns around and is like, "Oh my god, you said a word." It's just like, what the fuck? Imagine back in the day, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you straight up had to like, like people used to like speak to each other in such ways of subterfuge and like underhanded comments and shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you'd be standing in a group of people, you're all wearing your fucking finest silks and you're all donned with pistols and swords. And like, because everything's based on honor, and because everyone knows that it's like, all right, well, if I start shit talking this nigga, he's probably just gonna, whip a glove off and slap me in the face, and then the next thing you know, we're walking 10 paces outside. But like, so that's why the interactions were like, well, Clarence, I see you have opted for a more opulent appearance today. Like everything would just be real, like, backhanded, and like, was that a compliment? Like, is he being fucking like? It would be much harder to discern, because you would have to take into account tone and eye contact and posture and fucking. Like, that stuff fascinates me, is like body language and shit, and how do you know what somebody's saying, and like, and if they're being like, genuine and shit, like, because there is an art to deception, because of how easy it can be for people to pick up on deception, because like humans are naturally tuned, to that shit. Like, you just like kids do that. They're like, why are you lying? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's why kids are great. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why evil hates kids, because kids can just like say shit like in a group of. I used to be like that. I used to say things in a group of adults, and everybody would go. Like, my dad used to think it was hilarious. We can get Mexican cake. We can get Mexican cake. What's Mexican cake? This is like spicy cake. We can get Mexican Coke in glass. It still has real sugar. That's hilarious. Like, it doesn't have any, like, does it have like the asfalcane K and aspartame and all that shit in it? Like, I'm off soft drinks, but I'll indulge in one of those when I go to the Mexican grocery store. Yeah, like, I used to drink fucking cans of Monster like water. Like, do you know what I mean? Destroyed me fucking teeth. God only knows what it did to me liver for a period of time. But like, and like my hormone and vitamin mineral imbalances and shit. Like, just fucking pounding that green like demon juice. Like, like those first few sips of a can of Monster, and you just like, oh. Like, when you drink it, you're like, oh my god, there's something in this, like, and it can't be good for you. Like, oh, it's got B12 vitamins. Like, oh Jesus. Like, but yeah, like, it's like I'm way healthier than I used to be, but I'm still unhealthy, by my standards. Like, I want to get up at like 4:30 every morning, like a fucking stoic legend, and like do a load of calisthenics till I'm sweating bollocks and my muscles are sore, and have a fucking cold shower because I'm a Chad and I'm not a little bitch who needs like warm water. Like, do I do any of that? No. I mean, I do it once in a blue moon when I'm really like motivated. Most days I get up like before noon. The sun's been up a while, knocking on my window, being like, "Get the fuck up, you lazy cunt!" Like, I've woken up before and opened my eyes, and the sun's just beaming in the window. Like, there's no blind in our window in our bedroom. How fucked up is that? We just have a fucking angled Velux window in our bedroom that faces the bed, and there's no blind on it. So, like, when the sun rises, you just fucking get up. Like, oh, it's fucking hilarious. Paintingu io coso, brother Scousperu. Welcome to Paintingu. How the bloody hell are you? Green Dragon Pub. Green Dragon Pub. Why do I recognize that? Green Dragon Pub. Was that the one in Lord of the Rings? The Green Dragon? And then the prancing pony was where Gandalf was supposed to meet them. I'd imagine the water in Ireland is 90% piss anyway. It is when it like when it's our like when it leaves places to be consumed, it's water. The second it enters, like the second Irish people touch it in the shop, like when they buy it, they put it in their bag, it just slowly starts to change color. Because we're magical creatures. Like, the second an Irish person touches something, it has a 50% chance to turn into piss or gold. Notice how they're similar in color. Do you know what I mean? If an Irish guy is having a bad day and he touches something, you get that Midas effect where like it has like if you're having a bad day, it's probably going to turn into piss. But if you're having a good day, it's probably going to turn into gold. That's why that's where the whole legend came from of leprechauns and shit. Is like generally before the English showed up, we were all in a good mood, so you'd just be walking around with a fucking shit made out of gold and shit, you're just like happy as Larry, whoever the fuck Larry was. I heard he was a good guy, but like Larry and Leprechaun, Larry the Leprechaun, yeah, that's gonna happen. I think Garlos needs a friend, and I think his name is gonna be Larry the Leprechaun. I mean, I'm Irish. I kind of need a leprechaun on the stream, How's that for like 4 tangents in a row? I'd imagine that. Oh, I already read that one. Yo, niggas, yo, 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 yo. Scout Spare just like coming in and like laying the nigga down, like yo, 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 yo. Demon Hunter Bear, what's good? Yo, yo, yo. And the fact that I know all of you are white, like very white, like especially Demon Hunter Bear. Like you can have a beard like that and be black. I worked at Velux. You worked at Velux, like making the windows and shit? That's hilarious. They are cool. Like I like how they work like in an engineering sense and like mechanically and stuff. Like they're really like the way you can like half open them and shit and rotate them around so you can clean them and all that stuff. It's really like they're good windows. They're really well designed. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not disputing that. But like no blind, And I know that's not Velux's fault. It's like whoever installed the window is like just a fucking retard, like, or a lazy cunt, or both, Revolution, baby. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that at the moment. I'm in a fine mood today. I have a fine female, a fine fiance. I am capable of creating fine art. The weather's fine. My 2 coffees this morning were fine as fuck. Everything's fine. It's all fine. In between day, a golden car bomb. How funny would that be? Like, like, and like going over and putting the thing under someone's car, and then like going away and then hit the detonator when they get in it and you hit the detonator, and then the lad beside you just gets skulled by a gold coin, and you're just like, like how do you take that? That's kind of like a win-win. Yeah, you're like your mate probably got ended, but like. There's a gold coin in his forehead now. I mean, like win-win. Like, you remember that episode of The Simpsons where fucking was it Lenny gets it? Like, there's somebody's throwing money off the roof of the pub, and Lenny gets a fucking coin in his forehead. And then I think like was it Larry and Mo? Was that who they? And then Mo like he's like take it out, and he takes the coin out of his forehead, and it starts like spurting blood. He's like, put it back in. Oh man! Oh, I need to go back and start watching The Simpsons. Fuck's sake! Like they just how much gravy was in the fucking Simpsons, man? Right. The fucking Iron Man bears like would be so fucking disappointed in me. 29 minutes in, and I'm only playing the intro now. Let's fucking do this. Fuck! Wrong tune. And my other tune is like all the way down the list. Right. That's what happens when you wing everything like a mad cunt. Allow us to prepare for PEINTEINGU. I pre-made so many paints today. Check this out. Look at all these beautiful colors. Look at the vibrancy. Look at the vibrancy in that shit. I spent not an hour. I spent about like half an hour, 40 minutes this morning just like mixing a load of colors and shit. Like, I actually do feel like a mad alchemist when I'm mixing paint. Like, it's so much fun. You just stick on some tunes and like start mixing paint. Like, it's just endless entertaining. Like, endless entertainment. Just watching the pigments change and stuff. Like, beautiful. You should try it. Keeps it sane. Yellows, blues, greens, all the pretty colors, all the necessary colors. Bang, 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 bang. I've got like so many fucking greens. Like half the box is fucking green. I'm too Irish. Obsessed with green in all forms. Oh. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Scouts, can you feel it? Demon Hunter, can you feel it? Petaroo, can you feel it? It's on the way. It's coming. It's nearly time. Maximum volume. PEINTEINGU. 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 It's PEINTEINGU. Painting you. Painting me. It's PEINTEINGU. Let's PEINTEINGU. Get it into ya. Huh. Oh, fucking sweat. Need more water. How's that for an intro? I fucking love that intro. Oh, that song was made for this stream. Let's fucking paint in goo. Right. We're in Lebanon. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Defender burp. Defender fixed camera angle because production value is shit. There we go. Right. Ding, 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 ding. How can you not love how blatantly Asian that music is? Oh! You're driving right now! You're welcome! Yeah! Look at all those beautiful colors. Look at those beautiful, vibrant colors. Right. We have a tiny... Where is he? He's over there. Everything's backwards. I've lost my mind. My motor skills are terrible. Oh, God. That goes on for 15 minutes. If I do a 15-minute intro with taiko drums every Paintingu, I'm going to have to eat so much more. I've been struggling to put weight on for a year. If I start doing that now every fucking stream, I'm going to be in bits. You get the fuck off my fucking screen, you bleeding advertising cunt, you. Right.
Maximum volume.
Little calmer, but more sustainable. Apologies for the... Like, look at this shit. Oh, my hand, like, legit just disappears in how bright the fucking, like... If you haven't noticed, I have been kicked out of heaven for painting the Monkey King's penis. But I have retained some divinity. I live just outside of heaven. That's why the light is so intense. They kicked me out of heaven, but I like a traveler, like a proper pikey. Like a proper Paintingu pikey. I've just posted up right outside heaven. And I refuse to leave the premises until they allow me to Paintingu. Every time I say something that begins with P, just like you see fucking like little droplets of saliva show up on the camera. Paintingu, presently, like just bang, bang, bang. Right. What was I saying? We have a grabbler with a giant mechanical fan attempting to blow the local sun away so, people can convince them of all that shite again. And where am I going to put my fan? There we go. We also have an eagle holding a bucket. Don't know what we're going to put in it yet. Oh, yeah, we're going to put Coddington in it. But like Coddington in the form of remember that, like, who drew him as the fish? I can't remember. The fish on top of the tank, or the fish on the back of the plane with the gun. That's what I'll do. I'll do him as a fish with a big machine gun or some shit. I'm gonna give him a speech bubble or something. And then we'll just fuck around. I think is what we'll do. For those of you who need it, Carlos is here to give you the extra encouragement to like and subscribe, you cunts. Support Paintingu, or I will remove his bucket and his sunglasses and you will regret it. The last thing you want to do is start a fight or piss off a former pet of a Colombian drug lord that happens to be an 850-pound Siberian tiger. Would you want to fuck with him? I wouldn't want to fuck with him, So what if he's only 7 inches tall and 2D? Oh, fuck. Right. I'm going to get my palette here. Did you say plant here? No, I said palette here. Here, there, everywhere. Right. I will get into the chat temporarily for a minute before I begin doing the Paintinguing, so that you all have an opportunity to say something on the stream. Oh yes. The first thing Velux hates straight white men. Paint. That's hilarious. It's the in-between day a golden car bomb. Like, that's fucking brilliant. Green Dragon equals place the founding fathers met to discuss La Revolution. Oh, interesting. But isn't there a Green Dragon in Lord of the Rings as well? Don't I think Merry and Pippin sing about the Green Dragon. I think they do. Good to know there's another Merkin here who knows his history. Miracle! Fuck yeah! La bussera troco! Auckland in the house! Christopher Danazzi! Iron Man Barrow! I seriously think your normal name is fucking epic. Christopher Danazzi. Like, it just has a really good ring to it, like, you know. It's not as good as mine, you know. No, nothing's as good as mine. Mine's like the Irish version of James Bond. No, it's not. That music makes my yellow fever active. You just get flashbacks of being fucking knee deep in a fucking bamboo cage for 6 months. Oh, Jesus. This watch. The grandfather's watch. The Gooks. Right. I'm gonna touch up the eagle. I'm gonna touch up this eagle. Fuck you, Peter. I can do whatever I want on painting. I'm gonna touch up the eagle a bit and the bucket, and like make them look a bit better, and then I'll get on putting a fish wielding machine gun in the bucket. Oh god. Some of the things I end up just saying out loud. I say, what am I doing? Hold on a minute while I just touch up this eagle. What? Like, you want to be a brave man to try and fucking, like, you know, sexually harass a bald eagle, like, you know? You want to be fucking... Watch yourself. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Right, first things first. A little bit of white. Got a little bit of white going. Fix up this bald eagle. Hey-ya! Really need to touch up his body, but like I kind of like, there's just no way I can say that without it sounding so fucked up. Like, I don't really need to touch up his body, but I'm gonna. Like, I'm gonna touch it right up. You know why? Because I fucking feel like I'm about to touch this fucking eagle right up. Oh fuck. That's another one. Like, that's probably well, not probably, it's easily another one of my favorite like forms of comedy. Is it's just wording shit like particular way. I'm about to touch up this eagle. Hey, the fuck did you just say? You heard me? I'm about to touch up this eagle. Yeah, it looks a bit fuller now. Get that bitch wet. Slap her about. Use my royal rag to dispose of the evidence. Evidently, my dear Watson. Elementary. Evidently. Right. Some grey. Some grey, if you please. I have two different blacks here. Like, I have a black here that's like, you know, fucking abyss black, like really fucking black, and then I have another black that's, you know, like a really, 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 really dark grey. And like, it is one of those things when you look at them, they both just look black, like, you know. But when you use them and then they dry, you can tell the difference. Like, you know, when the light hits them, you're like, it's weird how something can be like more black than another thing, like, you know, because it just absorbs even more light, like. Oh, there's nothing quite like spreading buttery goodness. Yes, it's much more prominent. Middle name is Lawrence. Christopher Lawrence Dinas. That's fucking brilliant. Oh, that name has gravitas. Like, and now introducing Lord Christopher Lawrence Dinas. Oh, it's brilliant. Paint. Prey on the bird of prey. So you think you're a bird of prey, do you? Allow me to introduce you to my finger. Such mighty birds! Felled by a pinky. It's like sexually harassing a bald eagle. Of all the creatures. Oh, fucking hell. Paint. Paint bucket. Hey-ya! Right. Now I'm debating whether the outline, like, I think it's funny sometimes to like paint some things with no cartoonish outline, like no black lines, and then at the same time put other stuff in it as if it's a cartoon, you know, because then they stand out more. Like, there's this guy on Instagram who does like something similar but not quite, where he'll take like an old oil painting of something like, you know, a farm or a fucking just like a really nice looking, you know, field with some trees in it, like, in a rolling hills in the background, like, and then he'll put like a fucking, you know, one of the AT-AT walkers out of fucking Star Wars, like just lumbering the distance, and then like a fucking ATST, the walker things or whatever they call the ATTs or some shit, like in the foreground blasting a bit of the painting, and then he'll like, you know, take the frame, the bottom half corner, and like pull it apart and shit. Like, I can't remember the dude's name, but like, it's really good. Like, you know, where it's like you take this fine art and then just introduce like cartoonish chaos into the thing. Like, I love it. I think it's brilliant. Like, brilliant way to revive shit like that. Like, you know. To catch a predator, but it's to catch and diddle a bald eagle. Like a parody of To Catch a Predator, but like, it's like, all right, Jamal, today's objective, you're gonna run down and rape that lion. Like, he's like, what? You just hand him a bit of nylon rope, and you're like, off you go. You see that like 800-pound fucking lion over there, like surrounded by all his bitches. Yeah, go and rape that nigga. Like, we give you 150 grand cash, like up front. Like, tell you what, We'll give you half now and then half if you succeed. It'd be like Fear Factor, but like on a whole other level. Like fucking. So you think you're a predator? On today's episode of To Catch a Predator, Michael's gonna try and catch a cheetah. And fuck it. Oh god. Oh no, need a smaller bitch. Need a smaller bitch for this. Woo! Come here to me, you weak cunt, you. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Bald eagle. Rape eagle. Hey, hey. Pretty good. There we go. Now it's nice and white. I'm gonna touch up these clouds as well. Every time I say I'm gonna touch something up now, I'm just not gonna. Well, then I touch up these clouds. Oh Jesus! Painting goo 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 goo. One cannot have a proper paintingu without some frothy crowds. Fruffery crowds. Seriously, how funny is that? They find it hard to say L's, so they say R's. But if I try and imitate what they do, it's like really fucking frothy crowd. Like I feel like my jaw is like fighting me. Hey, it could be hard to create. Like I have this really highly pigmented, like opaque as fuck white paint, but it's very heavy, like, and it can be hard to dilute that and like make more buttery like consistency paint out of that. That's like better to paint with, while maintaining the opacity because it's white. Like, do you know what I mean? It just becomes like transparent. Like, actually, I should have put some ink in it. I got my hands on like white opaque ink. Like seriously, paint. I've definitely become one of those artists that is just like obsessed with buying mediums and paints and markers and pencils and like all this stuff to just like. It's so much fun. Like it makes me feel like a kid again. Like, you know, just having all this stuff to play around with. Next thing I want to invest in is an airbrush, so I can get like, you know, particle effects, like soft stuff and all. Like, I think getting an airbrush would like level up my symmetrical designs in a way. Yes, the clouds are nice. Sun could use a bit of work though. But... Right, let's see what our. I'm always excited to test out the paints that I pre-mix. You know, to see if the consistency is correct and if they flow and grip and don't drip. Like it's like there's an art to it, you know, in its own way, like of creating the right consistency that still retains the opacity and, like, you know, isn't too watered down and shit. Like, yeah, like yellow's just one of those colors, like, you know, very hard to get yellow to show up properly. Like, you can just see that blue sky right through it. That's why sometimes it can be handier to just, like, I'll be like, oh, I want that yellow to really pop, right? So you just put white down and then put yellow over it. But it is nice to have a really, like, opaque yellow that, like, you could just, like, put over stuff, you know, and it'll pop. Like, I don't mind having to put multiple coats on things. I don't mind it at all because I enjoy painting. However, the nature of PEINTEINGU is in the moment. So in the moment, you would much prefer to just, like, even there, like, even a much more opaque consistency is still hard to get to go over the blue, you know. It's all those little tricks and those things you must know. What's that noise? Oh, it's the fan off the laptop. Jeez. Can't remember the last time I actually heard the fan off the laptop going because it's such a small laptop. Oh, right. Can you guys hear that? Is that audible? I can imagine it is because it's right beside the mic. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, even my big, like, my gaming laptop that Wishy and I have, fucking fans on that thing when it starts, like, you know, heating up and it's trying to cool itself and all, like, fucking loud, motherfucker. No fan sound here. Grand. A very regal eagle. Better hide your beagle. Like, a very eager. Better hide your beager. Oh man, trying to say it with all R's is just fucking hilarious, man. Seriously, like, so funny. Right, we get a bit of this grey here because I just noticed this section of the fan. There we go. Yes. Yeah, that looks like a fan. Okay. Hey, Yeah. His beak needs a bit of work. Okay, I think we could start to put El Coddington in the bucket. That's dry enough. Must always remember to resecure the lids on these very liquid paints that could spill all over the carpet and cause me a lot of hassle. With a quick fan while I have a sip. Ugh. Actually, I haven't been able to do this in a while. A female! The doors are closed. She probably can't hear me. Ah! May I have a cigarette, you beautiful little bitch? She's only out of bed. She looks very cute and weathered right now. You have that. You have bed hair to fuck. When you are ready, behold my beautiful fiance. The ringing the gong doesn't always work. You know, it's only when she's available. But it is terribly handy being able to have a gong that someone's a female that hands you a beverage or a cigarette when needed. Well, what? What'd you say? You're tired. Oh, okay. You're tired, and it's 2 minutes past 3 in the day.
No, you're not telling me the rest of it. Like that I was up.
That she was up all night playing Sims.
5 o'clock in the
You
morning.
know.
It was my birthday yesterday.
It was her birthday. She was allowed. She was allowed. Up all night playing Sims 4, like.
Oh.
Get like rousing out of bed at like 1 o'clock in the fucking day, like after staying up all night playing Sims. Oh, to be young again. Like, oh, fucking hell. I think we're nearly there. Yeah, nothing's coming off that. Right, what color will I do? It was kind of green, wasn't it? It was like a pastel olive drab kind of army color green fish with a helmet and a mounted gun. So I will try and replicate that live on PEINTEINGU. It's kind of like this color. Paint. Paint cod. Fish cod. Gun cod. Paint. Okay. Hey-ya! Thank you very much, my love. If you don't have a beautiful female in your life that does things for you because you're awesome, you suck. Right, time for the weapon. And I don't mean my cock. I need a squirt. Need a squirt. I'd love a coffee if you're up for it. Yeah. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can be a lazy bitch if you want. I don't mind. I'll allow it. I think I'm gonna use some white to put a base coat down for the magazine, because I don't think the magazine will show up with it. What are you? Did you just like show your tits? I couldn't see your head. I could just see that section. I'm just taking the piss. Okay. No, it's I think it's downstairs because I was doing me meditation this morning. The fucking look at her face. No, I didn't. I swear to God. Paint. Right. Oh, I forgot to lid that green. Well, actually, I don't need to lid it right now. But I need it again in a minute. No fat. Oh no, I already read that one. I will inform her that you said hello and belated birthday wishes. Oh God. When she returns. Paint. Right. So I'll put the magazine coming out here. Going down. And then like back up into the bucket behind them. I'm going to take a few layers for this to take shape, but I think it'll look good. Hey! To expedite the drying process. You on about the fish in the bucket or me missus? Because she is. Thank you. I am blessed with a beautiful female. I was going to say female. I am blessed with having a beautiful female. Wishy and I are together for like, we've been together for like over 10 years. Pretty much. We broke up for like a little bit. Like months, you know? Other than that, we've been together for like over a decade. And no, that doesn't mean that we don't like fight like cats and dogs regularly. So I think it's hilarious. People are like, "Oh my god, you guys like love each other so much. You're so cute." No, yeah, like we kill each other. Like that bitch annoys the fuck out of me, but I love her. You couldn't get a more Irish relationship. I fucking love her, and I fucking hate her. And she would definitely say the same about me. She loves me dearly, but I'm not driving her insane. Right. I wonder how many layers this is going to take. Shouldn't take too many because the screen's quite opaque. So it shouldn't take too many. Maybe 3. A trinity of layers. Yeah, I think another layer. That should be grand. The white, on the other hand, might take a little bit more. Boom, boom. Doo, 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 doo. Where's my fan? There we go. It's not true love unless she's tried to cut you at least once. I don't think she's ever tried to cut me, but like I think she bet me over the head with a fucking painting recent enough. Or tried to, and then I just like blocked it, like, you know. Yeah, if your woman hasn't tried to like beat you with something or like assault you or some shit like that, then she doesn't really love you. Oh. You're in a long-term relationship when you both have the ability to like say or do things that literally want you make you want to kill the other person. That's what I think. I think being in a long-term relationship like that's like honorable and genuine, like and like genuinely loving and shit, like uh, it teaches you more about yourself than the other person. You still learn about being with someone else and like how to be with someone else and like why to be with someone else and shit. But like it teaches you more about yourself. I've learned so much about myself. Like in terms of like things I won't tolerate, things I will tolerate, like why I'm actually with her, Like in the beginning, like you do get those thoughts of like, am I with her just because of the sex? Like, am I with her just because she's beautiful? Like, do you know what I mean? Just because like I'm attracted to her? Like, do I actually love her? And stuff like that. Like after 10 years, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, pretty sure I actually have feelings for her. Like, and it's not just like an intimacy thing. Like that bitch can say something like, and I will react like adversely because I'll be like, there's so many years and like memories and stuff like that she could like it's so true that comedians say that thing. It's like a woman will say something to you like, and then it'll just like it'll sit and it'll simmer for like a week, and then you just be in the kitchen one day and you'd be like, the fuck do you mean by that? Like, and they do it on purpose, because like your woman, like unless you're like a little fucking soy boy beta cup, like your woman can't take you on physically, so she has to take you on mentally and emotionally, and like a nigga like me that's like really emotional and like full of passion and fire and all, like like it can be dangerous to like wind me up, like, do you know what I mean? Because I will fucking go for you, like I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? But it's like people close to me and people get to like people I like and people I love and all. It's very easy for them to take advantage because I find it really. It's like it's always been a thing for me. Like I can't get aggressive with people that I really like, So I end up just going quiet and like trying to just like ignore you and shit because I don't want to put my thumbs in your eyes. On that note, I need to take a piss. I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy the tunes and the beautiful scene in Lebanon. Enjoy watching paint dry live on YouTube. Good God. I've been holding that in since I started the fucking stream, like. Fucking, like, nearly a litre of coffee just drained out of my green dragon, if you know what I mean. Yeah, your dragon's green. I'm Irish! Keep up! No coffee for Jew. They say self-control is a fruit of the spirit, after all, a virtue which saves more lives than we give credit for. Yeah, like, the contrast between my self-control in terms of like, well, obviously there's like aspects of self-control like in your life, many like, different aspects, like, but my emotional discipline, and instead of like, you know, getting so angry that I want to like put my hand through a wall or fucking a door or like anything that I can like, anything that's not like concrete. Do you know what I mean? Because like your brain has that instinct where you're like, no, if I hit that, I'm gonna break my hand. Versus if I hit that, my hand's gonna go straight through it. Do you know what I mean? Or I get a bit of resistance. Like the difference between putting your hand through drywall and putting your hand through a fucking door, or two panes of glass. I've put my fucking right hand through so much. Like fucking like two panes of glass I put my hand through one time. Like Jesus Christ, like shredded. Fucking shredded, like. But yeah, I have way more self-control now. That's one of the reasons why I got so big into like the Qigong or Falun Gong or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like meditation, exercise, a routine, you know. Keep a journal. I swear to God, I thought that was a female thing. But like all the greats did it. Keep a journal. Write your thoughts down. Like speak to yourself. You know? A lot of people think that shit is like fucking signs that you're like mad or so. It's not. Like converse with who you believe you are and argue with yourself. I argue with myself all the time. I talk to myself all the time. I listen to what I'm saying. Like when I speak and I hear my thoughts out loud. That's why like I'll say shit and I'll be like, what the fuck did I just say? Like, or else, like I said earlier, when I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna touch up this eagle, and it's like, that sounds a bit fucked. Like, no. It's important to be able to do that. Like, you say something, and then you're like, that sounded crazy. You know, it like if you don't understand the context, like, you know, and it's the same reason why people would like hear Owen or watch Owen say something, and I'd just be like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, they get ready to have like. It's fucking hilarious, like, and it's funny looking at other people that clearly don't have that internal monologue, that connection with themselves and God and all, like, or whatever God is, like, and like they'll say shit, and you can see it in their eyes that there's no like, there's no objective cataloging and discerning of what they just said. They just say shit and look at you with that glazed look. And that's when you end up in conversations with people where you're like, do you not think, like, can you not hear yourself? Do you not think you sound a bit crazy right now? And they're just like, you know, it's just pure pathology, pure pathological reaction. Like, and like, it's funny because like, I'm such a fucking like weird, like autistic head that like literally the only time I exhibit that behavior is when I'm angry. You know, like when I'm sad or depressed or like, you know, like frustrated, like I get myriad of emotions, like, you know, fucking envious or jealous or like, and I don't really get those things. The one emotion that I had, like that I still have a great deal of, takes a lot of mental energy for me to like, you know, wrangle, is my anger. You know, I have like passionate fury for bullshit, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm the type of guy that back in the day, if somebody like tried to do me dirty, and like say I was on a ship with the lads and we just showed up at port and we're like trading our goods with merchants and stuff like that, and somebody tried to stiff me or like rob off me, I'd just kill him. Like I would just stab him like right there and then, like, or swing an axe at him, like, do you know what I mean? Because it just feels so wrong to me, like when people are like dishonorable with each other, you know. And I know that's not like, it's hilarious. That's a hilariously aggressive way to respond to shit like that. And on a level, it makes logical sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're trying to fuck me. I should just get rid of you, because if you try to fuck me, you'll try to fuck other people, you know? So I'm just going to fucking end you right here so that you can't do that at all to anyone ever again. It's been intense, like, you know? I said that to Wishy when we were watching like World's Toughest Prisons for the last few days now. There'd be some people would just like that your man is interviewing, like, and then like they'd say something like, you know, oh yeah, like I robbed a woman of her car, like I stole a car off a woman, and she didn't give it to me quick enough, so I raped her as well. Well, me and my friend did, like, you know, and I'm just like, that's the dude you just take out back and shoot. You don't put that chap in jail. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen to the way he's speaking about what he did. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just take him out the back and shoot him. Like, oh God, like all this bollocks about prison reform and like, you know, fucking they need to be treated like humans and stuff. They didn't treat other humans like humans. They don't treat humans like humans. So why would humans treat them like humans? You know, act like an animal, get treated like an animal. Like, but the person doling out the punishment needs to be right, needs to be acting in truth. Like, you know, that's how you end up in a situation with all the fucking Israeli shit with them out, where they're claiming that people are animals and then treating them like animals, when we all fucking know what the real crack is. You know, we fucking know. I'm watching you, Israel. Slimy fuck. That sounded retarded. Like, yeah, the amount of times I have said things, or somebody says something to me, like somebody's speaking and something is said, and I'm just like, you know the way dogs tilt their head? You know, like, I do that. Like, somebody will say something and I'll go, and like I do it to Wishy, and she'll turn around to me and be like, don't look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, but you're kind of crazy. I don't get me wrong, I know I could be crazy. Make Blood Eagles great again. Exactly. You know what I mean? I have no problem with the idea of like execution and capital punishment. The problem comes when like dishonesty and deception is involved. Because the last thing a group of people wants is to decapitate or hang an innocent man, you know, or maybe not even innocent. Like, like the punishment doesn't match the crime. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna hang a dude who steals an apple, you know? Like, you hang a guy who like violently rapes one of the young girls in the village. You know, that's the guy you hang. There's no like fixing him. Do you know what I mean? Like, probably not. Like maybe like, because there is that part, because I'm human. Like, there's that part of me that's like, I don't know. I mean, like, how bad was his childhood? Like, like, was he just caught up in the moment? Like, is he evil or is he just broken? Like, do you know what I mean? Because there is a difference between someone who is just like straight up fucking evil, and then someone who's just so broken they do bad shit. Do you know what I mean? And they like don't care anymore. They're kind of vacated, like, you know. And yeah, you could argue that they're kind of like they may be different, but they're just as bad as each other in terms of like how bad they are for society. You know, one could easily argue that like, yeah, they're different cases, but they're just as bad as each other. Like, you know, I get it. Like, you know, it is. It's like when you're a teenager, you don't think any of this shit. Like, you know, and you're still coming up and stuff. You're like, oh, that shouldn't be like that, and people like this should blah blah. Like, but the reality is, it's like, once you start putting people in the position of authority over other, like, even the idea of that, like the idea of putting one human in full control of another, i.e., putting him in a cage and like having to feed him like a dog and shit like that, keep him alive. Like, it's crazy, you know? Because like we're still arguing over whether or not God exists. Like, it's like, so how the hell are you even going to get to this stage where we can control each other, you know, righteously and justifiably? Like, you're still arguing over whether or not there's a higher power, and you're gonna fucking like, you know, like, people are so retarded. Like, oh man. Right, let's get a bit more paint on this fish. Coddington, it's time for your close-up, nigga. Oh yeah, I was so right. 3 coats on the fucking money. That's legit one of my favorite firearms. Is the fucking I don't even know what they're fucking called now, but the disc magazine fed turret machine gun that does be on the back of biplanes and stuff like that back during like World War One and Two and stuff. I used to know the name of it off by heart. I can't fucking remember now. I used to be into guns so much that I like memorize names and stuff like of weapons. Is it a form of Browning? I can't remember. That's another iconic weapon, the Browning automatic rifle, the bar. Fucking iconic weapon. M1 Garand, iconic weapon. The Japanese Arisaka is actually really fucking nice too. Man, they just bolt action rifles, there's just something about them, like, you know, they're just so fucking slick. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch up colors now. So I think that's a nice base color for him. You know, that kind of army fishy color. I'm gonna need something a little bit darker to like shade him up. I have way too many greens in this pile. So many fucking greens. I love it. Jeez, you fucking took your time. You're giving out to me yesterday. You took fucking ages. It's been hours. Oh, give over. I left for 10 days and I came back to a kip is a fucking lie. That is such a lie. It smells of a man and you love it. Well, the fridge was my fault because I forgot about the chicken. But other than that, you're lying through your fucking really pretty face, like. Oh. Yeah, we'll get to it, bitch.
Excuse me.
Thank you for the coffee. Oh, God. Right. I love my bolt action rifle. It's an old Russian. You have a Mosin Nagant? Have you actually got an old Russian Mosin Nagant? I'm like, now that I am jealous of. That's I get really bad weapon envy. How funny is that? I get weapon envy. That's the one of the only envies I get. Like, is fucking weapon envy. And someone's like, "Oh yeah, I've got this really nice axe." I'm like, "Oh, I need to get me one of those." while cod is drying, I'll go in and I'll put some more detail in the gun. I'm gonna outline them. I'm gonna cartoon outline them because it'll just be better, be clearer. Yeah, one thing, this fucking pre-made black I made is fucking slick as oil. It's gorgeous. It is time. It is time. Strap yourself in for approximately 25 minutes of raving goo. Prepare yourself for some funky painting. Here on PEINTEINGU, the tunes be lit as fuck. Coming along nicely. Just see how slick that was. It's great. Oh, excuse me. What? If you don't like this kind of music, there's something wrong with you. It has a spike bayonet? You fucking serious? Like at a most, you're ready for the zombie apocalypse. You are. Like, oh man, I'd love to. I would fucking love to. Just put some fucking soup cans like down like 200 yards down range or something. Just take pot shots. I'd fucking love to. Oh. When Wishy and I went over to France to visit Juju Lecubier, it's one of the best experiences of my life. I really want to. I want to go to England and visit Scouts and Stuntman because they came here, and I really want to go over to the States at some point, visit like you, Sleep Deprived Bear, Stolen Honor Bear. There's so many bears. Like I want to go to Norway and hang out with Metal Bear. You know, like it's just like. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next few years. I have a weird feeling airports are going to be a thing of the past for a while. We sleep and we dream. I fucking love it. Like this playlist is just fucking lit. Painting goo. Goo goo goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. These songs were made for the string. Not literally. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna put even more detail on it though. This music makes any activity feel epic. It's fucking deadly. Be fucking whittling, like you could just be whittling a little bit of wood with headphones on. Like, I fucking love it. What's this? An advertisement on Paintingu. You frivolous swine. Allow me to dry while I sip.
We sit in the sun, in maids, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds. We sit in the sun, in maids, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds.
All day. I can listen to this shit all day.
Yeah.
Fucking dry, you fuck. Right.
Is it a new world, or will it consume us all?
demand to know what's going on in my house.
I demand to know what's going on in my house.
Ooh.
Is it a new world or will it consume us all?
The details that matter.
We sit in the sun, in fields, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our mind. We sit in the sun, in fields, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our mind.
Hello! What? Is this an advertisement? Upon my stream? How fucking dare you interrupt the flow of my painting, you swine! Where's the lid to that? I'm missing a lid. Ah, I found it. Put something here. No! painting goo, painting goo, painting goo. It's looking good. Are we going to put a proper army helmet on him? I think we will, yeah. Put a big fucking steel cap on the chap's dome. Do you know what? Fuck it. I got another paint. Have I got some more painting goo? This one's quite dark. Ads on the stream deserve a stream of hot lead from Costco. If not for the fact that my mate Damo said that it's one of the things that makes him laugh, is me shouting over the ads. It's like, even when I have the money, I don't know if I'll change it. Like, oh. It's actually hilarious looking. Right. That's all I've got time for today. I need to go get something to eat. You probably have better shit to do than watching paint dry live on the internet. And we could always continue the painting goo tomorrow. So, without further ado, I have been Defenderoo, and this has been Painting Goo. Same time tomorrow. I'm going to keep it to 2 p.m. because I like it. I think it's comfortable. So I'll see you then. Thank you for attending today's Painting Goo. You shall be rewarded in the afterlife. If you did not attend today's Painting Goo, you have brought great shame upon yourself and your ancestors. And I pity you. Until tomorrow, be good, be true, be beautiful. And I shall see you again. Right. Farewell and goodbye. This has been Painting Goo. Farewell.